Welcome to Longbranch Elementary School. We are a Leader in Me school. Our mission is to prepare our students to achieve beyond expectation, lead with great character, and positively impact our community. Our journey with the Leader in Me school transformation model has been going on for the past 2 years. 2 years ago, we started a pilot program, but this year we're in year 1 of full implementation. It's a 3 to 5 year implementation process. With the Leader in Me program, there are specific paradigms that we believe in. Paradigms are how we see things. It drives our behavior, which is what we do. It's our habits. And what we do drives the results that we get. The paradigms of the Leader in Me are: everyone can be a leader, not just a few of us. Change starts with me. Everyone has genius. Educators empower students to lead their own learning, and we develop the whole person. When we look at the paradigms as it's this, it's not this, it starts to make a little bit more sense to us. So the paradigms that we believe in are the paradigms of leadership, potential, change, motivation, and education. So when we say everyone can be a leader, we mean everyone can be a leader, not just a few people. That's the paradigm of leadership. The paradigm of potential says that everyone has genius. It's not just a few people are gifted. We all have a specific way that we have genius. That's the paradigm of potential. The paradigm of change says that change starts with me, and it starts with you, and it starts with every single one of us. It's not the fact that schools need the system to make it change, it's that we can change things for the better, for all of us. The paradigm of motivation says that educators, your teachers, your assistants, everyone that works in this building, empower you, the students, to lead your own learning. It should not be the teacher in the front of the classroom in complete control of everything that's going on. It should not be that we tell you what to do. It should be that we do it together, and that you're a part of it, and you're leading your own learning. That's the paradigm of motivation. The paradigm of education says that we develop the whole person. We don't just focus on whether or not you get A's and B's. We don't just focus on academics. We focus on who you are as a friend, who you are as a leader, who you are as a group member, and as somebody that contributes to this school in clubs or leadership positions. We focus on every part of every student. That's the paradigm of education. The Leader in Me really does emphasize 21st century learning, all the skills that our businesses are telling us that students, when they are adults, need to really understand. So boys and girls, when you're an adult, you're going to need to learn goal setting, decision making, problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication. These are all things that the Leader in Me helps us develop at our school. The Leader in Me is where great happens, and great happens here. One of the books that we use with the Leader in Me program is The 7 Habits of Happy Kids. And that book is written by Sean Covey, who's the son of Stephen Covey, who wrote the original 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This book has been sold for years and years and years and read by so many people around the world. Over 15 million copies have been sold. But we focus on the habits and transforming them so that they're more understandable as kids. So in the book, The 7 Habits of Happy Kids, we have characters in the book that help us understand what each one of those habits is. We also know that the tree is our symbol in the 7 Habits of Happy Kids to help us organize the habits into habits that are about us, habits that help us work well with others, and the one habit that encompasses all of the other habits and helps us be better at the other 6. So the first 3 habits, be proactive, begin with the end in mind, and put first things first, are all about us. And once we master those habits, then we can focus on the next 3 habits. that help us work well with others. Think win-win, seek first to understand, and then to be understood, and synergize. And then the habit that goes around all the other habits is sharpen the saw. And that really helps us to understand that balance is best. We balance our work and our play. And it helps those other 6 habits within us work more effectively. Habits 1, 2, and 3 are the first 3 habits that we learned this year. Be proactive. You're in charge. That was a different concept for a lot of us, wasn't it? Begin with the end in mind. We knew that we had to set goals. We had to understand where we wanted to be by the end of the year. We had to create a plan. Put first things first. If we wanted to accomplish our goal, we were going to have to learn how to work and then play. We had to prioritize. Habit 1. We read all about Habit 1 at the beginning of the year. We practiced how to be proactive. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. We set goals for ourselves. We all have personal goals. We have academic goals in our leadership notebooks. But we talked about goals every week on our planners, and we talked about goals every day. Put first things first. We had some lessons where we really emphasized that it's really important for us to work and then play. Do your homework and then go outside and play. Do your chores and then watch TV. We have to learn how to prioritize the parts of our life so that we can be more imbalanced and we can be more productive. Habits 4, 5, and 6 were the next 3 habits that we learned. These were the habits that we learned so that we could learn to get along well with others. We're in school all day long. With 850 kids, we have to learn how to get along well with others and to work best together so we can accomplish more. Think win-win. Everyone can win. Seek first to understand and then to be understood. Listen before you talk. And synergize. Together is better. When we talk about think win-win, we're not talking about compromise. Oftentimes people think win-win means we'll compromise. I'll get a little of what I want and you'll get a little of what you want, or you might not get any of what you want because you give in. That's not win-win. A win-win solution, we have learned, is always everyone gets exactly what they want. And we have specific strategies for how to do that, don't we? Seek first to understand and then to be understood was the 5th habit that we learned this year. And that means when you're having a conversation with someone or you're working with someone on a project, it's really important that you first listen. What is that person's perspective? What do they have to gain? What do they have to contribute? And then after you listen and digest and understand where they're coming from, it's great for you to then try to be understood. Make sure that you emphasize your points and your ideas. And I would guarantee that you're almost always going to be able to come up with a win-win at solving any situation in the classroom. Habit 6 is most kids' very favorite habit, synergize. When we synergize, we work together and we use all of our geniuses to come up with the best product possible. Synergizing well with one another is super important, whether you're in the classroom, on the soccer field, or someday when you're old and working and you have to work with others. So we're practicing now for the rest of our lives. Habit 7 is sharpen the saw. Balance feels best. We talk about sharpening the saw all the time because it's really important that you have moments in your life where you do things that are just not work. Whether you go running, you play with friends, you're on a soccer team, you read, some of us knit, some of us play violin. What do you do that brings joy to your life that helps you create a balance for yourself? We also have Sharpen the Saw clubs at our school that help us have balance at school. This was our instruction timeline for the year. The first 7 weeks of the year, we practiced 1 habit a week, and then we had a leadership celebration. The picture that you see here is a picture from our leadership celebration. We had so much fun. Then we started a whole month of habit practice afterwards, so we could really dig deep into each habit. At month 9, we're now on habit 7. We have Leader in Me days every Monday. Our habits instruction every Monday morning is from 9 to 9:45 a.m. We do that on the first, second, and third Mondays of the month. Every week, we have a specific lesson that helps us more deeply understand the habits. This is a picture of some of our students practicing their habits. But the last Monday of every month is our favorite Monday of the month. It's Sharpen the Saw Club Day. We started these in January of 2016, and we have a ton of clubs. We have Move to Improve. That's the picture you see with all the kids in the top left corner. We have Origami, Babysitters Club. That's the picture that you see in the center. Minecraft, coding, Play-Doh. We have Breakout EDU, crafting, photography. Oh, I forgot to mention, the picture to the right is our Origami Club. Basketball, writing, trivia, cooking. We have a CSI Forensics Club. Gymnastics, reading. We have tea time. Woodworking, board games, friendship bracelets, and actually a whole lot more. We have a ton of clubs at our school, and we pick one to go to every last Monday of the month. Next year, we'll be able to pick 2 different clubs, and we'll start earlier in the year. We have leadership teams at our school too, all kinds of leadership teams. We have morning car line leaders. You'll probably see them outside greeting people as they arrive. Hallway leaders, classroom leaders. Look at all those leaders we have at our school. And then we have one team that leads all the other teams, and that's our Student Lighthouse team. They really help direct the adults in the building for how to best create a school where everyone has genius and everyone can be a leader. We honor our Leaders of the Week every week. 1 student per class per week is awarded a 7 Habits Leader of the Week. We take pictures and we hang them in the hallway. We're so super proud of these kids. They really show us how to be leaders in the classroom and around the school. We've created leadership notebooks this year, and we're using these leadership notebooks for our student-led conferences. We're holding our student-led conferences this week, actually, and here's some pictures from students guiding their parents through their leadership notebooks. We're so proud of them. Here's an awesome video that we listen to all the time that we wanted to play for you.
Like that huge bottle of coffee creamer. I've never felt so understood in my life. I like it international and I expect to be delighted.